Hi girlfriends, my name's Ella and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will share my experiences post gallbladder removal. If you want to know more about that, then please keep on watching. Okay, so today's the 14th of October. I had my gallbladder removal last 27th of September 2023. So it's been a bit over 2 weeks now. I know most of my viewers are Filipino, and this is a bit different from my normal contents because I normally post about my experiences here living in Sydney and all that. But I thought I wanted to create a video about my gallstone or gallbladder removal, because when I tried looking it up in YouTube, like what to expect, what's life after the gallbladder getting removed, what will I experience, there's not much videos available, so I thought I'd make one just to share my experience to anyone who's undergoing the same thing, who's experiencing gallstone pains and deciding whether to get it removed or not. So yeah, I hope this video helps you. So I guess I will start after the surgery. So right after the surgery, initially the plan was, or my expectation was, I'll only be in the operating room for 45 minutes. But then when I woke up, I was still a bit groggy with the medications and anesthesia and all that. I woke up getting transferred to the ward with I think it's the recovery nurse handing me over to the ward nurse. And yeah, they were talking about me, basically, how to take care of me. And one of the nurses mentioned that I was in the operating room for 90 minutes instead of 45. So it's almost double what was expected. And I assume that means it's also double the dosage of anesthesia that I was only meant to get. But at that time, like right after waking up, I was still a bit out of it. Don't really care what's going on. I was still just trying to wake myself up from that deep sleep. And after a few minutes of waking up, I started to feel that pain on my belly, like my whole belly in general. Because I've got, maybe I'll just point it on my stomach. Why not? So I had a bandage here, here, here. So 3, like a triangle, and then a bandage on my belly button. So altogether 4 bandages and 4 stitches. So they're all covered, so I don't really see what's going on in there. I just felt like a very stiff stomach, like my whole stomach's very stiff. And it's very sensitive, very tender, very painful actually. So I asked the nurse for painkillers. Yeah, they gave me strong painkillers. I wouldn't mention any of them because each body is different, so your reaction to painkillers would be different to mine. So I don't want to mention what painkillers I had because yours could be different. And also, just to add a disclaimer, like I'm not a medical expert or anything, and I'm not trying to be an expert. I'm just sharing my experience. Take this video or any information with a grain of salt, and this is just me sharing my experience so that you'll know like the possible reactions of your body or the possible experiences that you'll have post-surgery or when you get home. Yeah, it won't be exactly as what I had for sure, but at least you'll have like the overview of the possibilities. And then come to think of it, I didn't really have like an expectation set by the surgeon before the surgery. I think in general he was just saying it'll be fine, it'll be a quick recovery. Normally patients will only stay overnight, and then once you're all good to go, the next day you'll go home. So it's just those general information. I'm not sure if I forgot to ask whether or what to expect after the surgery, what would I feel, blah, blah, blah. Or I wasn't really told anything. But I guess it's okay because I didn't really expect anything. So I was just like, whatever comes, whatever I feel, whatever. So after waking up, I've been given painkillers, very strong painkillers, and I still feel the pain. Few minutes, they kicked in and I felt really drowsy. So I felt asleep again after just waking up from the general anesthesia. I remember when I woke up, I felt like going to the toilet to pee. I still have something connected to the side of my arm with the liquids to keep me hydrated. So I still had that and I was trying to get it so I can walk towards the bathroom. But when I tried to get up, I felt really dizzy. Like I really couldn't stand on my own. So I just sat back right away and then called the nurse to tell her I was really dizzy. And yeah, she helped me to go to the toilet. And I think they gave me something to get rid of the dizziness. So the dizziness or the nausea would probably be because of the anesthesia dosage, or in general maybe just fatigue from the surgery. 90 minutes in the operating room. Yeah, so I was just resting, chilling, I guess. Not really, but yeah, it's my whole stomach's painful and stiff. It was hard to get up from bed. I'm very thankful for recliner beds in the hospital, but I would put my, I guess, the headrest of the bed upright, and then I would use my arm to lift myself to get out of bed, or to sit on the bed, basically. You don't realize that you use your core so much pre-surgery when you get out of bed, because you'd really feel the weakness in your core or in your stomach. And when you try to contract it to get up, it hurts. Like there's a bit of pain for me. So that's why I tried to use my arm to push myself up from the bed and get up. The only thing given to me for dinner on the same night of the surgery was just jelly, juice, and soup or broth. So yeah, it's just a liquid diet from dinner to breakfast the next day. So I stayed overnight at the hospital. I had painkillers every 6 hours. Then I would ask the nurse if I need more, if it's not working, because the first few hours, I guess the first day is the most painful. And then after a while, after a few days, the pain would die down. And again, it depends on your body. Everybody's different. Your body's reaction would be very different from mine, for sure. So this is just me sharing my experience. The next day in the hospital, one of the nurses changed my bandages on my stitches. While she was doing it, I was able to see what the stitches looked like. And they weren't pleasant at all. Especially the one on my belly button, that was the most tender. So yeah, she changed them, and then I actually had a shower, just a quick shower, just to freshen up, because yeah, I just feel filthy. So I had a shower just to get ready to go home. Waited for the surgeon so he could give me a brief of what happened in the operating room. Yeah, and everything's fine. Went home. I was expecting the constipation, because that was on my post-operation brief. And I actually had constipation for around 2 days from my surgery. So I tried eating more fiber, which actually worked, really worked for me. TMI, before surgery, I would normally go to the toilet once every morning. That's it. That's my regular cycle. But post-surgery, after the constipation, after trying out more fiber, I was going to the toilet for like 2 to 3 times a day, especially in the morning, which I don't know the reason why. Yeah, I just felt so sick. Yeah, it wasn't fun. I tried to hydrate myself just to make sure I don't get dehydrated while that's happening. And I tried to slow down on the fiber meals. I just had oats, actually. I didn't try any laxatives, as the receptionist advised me if I had constipation. I just had oats. Yeah, thankfully that worked, but yeah, it really worked more than it should, I guess. I think that lasted for maybe a week. Even if I'm already on my 3rd week post-operation, it still happens every now and then, every other day or something. So since I'm not used to it, I don't like experiencing it. So I guess my stomach was just very sensitive in general. I was advised by the surgeon to go on a low-fat diet for at least 4 weeks, or until I see him again on the 6th week post-operation. Although, obviously, since I'm stubborn and I'm excited to eat these fatty food that I've been holding off on due to the gallstone pain, I tried to eat high-fat food every now and then, and I guess that helped making my stomach more sensitive, so don't do that. Now, going back to the stiffness on my stomach, yeah, that died down a few days after, or at least a week after. It was hard to get up out of bed and walk towards the bathroom, because yeah, I feel like I always have to support my stomach, because every time I try to move as quickly as normal, I feel like I'm exerting too much effort and contracting my core. And my stomach doesn't like that when I do that. So whenever I would walk, I would tend to hold my stomach just to support it. And then I'm walking slower than usual pace, basically. And I noticed that I would tend to hunch my back. Like, I can't keep my back straight because I feel like I'm stretching my stomach if I do that. I think maybe I've been hunching my back for 1.5 weeks when I walk, and it just felt very weird. I was a bit worried at first, but after a while, when the pain went away, I was off the painkillers. Slowly, I was able to straighten my back, try to walk with my normal posture and my normal pace. But even now, on the 3rd week post-operation, I don't think I'm on my normal walking pace, like I would normally brisk walk. I feel like I'm in the middle of a slow pace to the brisk walk pace. So it's still not my pre-operation walking pace. I still can't exercise or lift heavy things, so I'm still avoiding that. Try to be good at that area at least, because I don't want to ruin everything inside my stomach, like having to go through all that. I want to recover properly and take as much time as I could, take as much time as my body needs, so to recover properly and slowly so I can go back to my usual exercises, to my runs and normal activities. So my surgeon said at least 6 weeks post-operation, I'll be able to, or I should be able to exercise and everything. But I'll try to actually wait till around 3 months, just to be sure. Although I'll still probably do some strength training, maybe at the 8th week post-operation. And this is just me, this is just myself, because I've been doing those exercises every now and then before I had the operation. And that would be my first focus when I'm able to move more, because one thing I noticed right after my operation was that my legs feel so weak, like no strength at all. My core is so weak. I would walk longer than 10-20 steps and I'd be very tired already in the first week of my operation. So I try not to do that. I mainly stayed at home, and I was able to work from home as well, fortunately. Then lying down when I go to bed, I always have my back flat on the bed, because whenever I try to sleep on my side, which I normally would, when I would attempt to do that, I feel like my stomach's about to fall off because there's no strength at all. So when I try to lay on my back, I would push my stomach or like try to assist it so it doesn't fall off, but it's just very uncomfortable to lay on your side in the first week or first 2 weeks. Recently, I've been able to do that on this 3rd week-ish period. I'm now able to lay on my side, especially on my right side where the gallbladder was. But there's still that discomfort. It's still not 100% normal. I still find myself reorganizing my belly when I'm laying on my side because, yeah, something just feels uncomfortable. Another thing that I've noticed post-operation within the first 2 weeks, and I also experience it even up to now, is that whenever I exert too much effort, whenever I walk longer than usual or I try to walk for longer, I feel like a stitch on my right side of the stomach through to my back. So it's like the stitch that you feel whenever you run. I would think that's still related to everything that happened during the surgery, removing your gallbladder, detaching it from your liver and all that. Because I've watched videos about how to do it. I underwent a keyhole surgery, by the way, if I haven't mentioned that. I came across like animated videos or actual videos of operations just to see what they actually do during the operation. So just out of curiosity. That's me. If that's not your cup of tea, you don't have to watch them, obviously. So with that stitch on my right side of my belly, or on my right side in general, actually, aside from feeling it every time I exert too much effort or walk a lot, I also feel it whenever I sit for too long, especially if the chair is not that comfortable. So it's just the discomfort in general post-operation that you have to deal with. A bit of pain even after going home from the hospital, because I was still on painkillers maybe 5 days after I got discharged. Again, it might be different for you, what could be prescribed by your surgeon or your physician. But I consciously try to just take painkillers only when I need it, because I don't really want to be reliant on painkillers. Like, I want my body to actually recover and heal and adjust. Whenever I feel tired, I make sure that I rest, like actually lie down in bed, even if I take a nap or not. Also, one thing that I didn't like experiencing is that when you're on strong painkillers, it makes you drowsy. So falling asleep is not a problem. Like, I can take a nap in the afternoon, late afternoon, but still be able to go to bed at a decent time, like my normal sleeping pattern. But when I finished with the painkillers and try to go off of them, it's very hard to sleep. Like, my mind's very awake even at midnight. So I had to keep myself from taking afternoon naps when I'm working from home, just to be able to try and be able to fall asleep at a decent hour. Yeah, that's pretty much more or less what I've experienced after getting my gallbladder removed. I'm most excited with being able to eat like the fatty food, dairy food that I've been holding off on when I had the gallstone pain. But obviously, I'll still have to moderate them, to eat them in moderation. I guess just being able to eat high-fat food without the fear of getting the gallstone pain, because it's really the most painful thing that I've experienced so far in my lifetime. Oh, and pretty much the stitches healed quickly. For my case, at least. The 3 incisions healed very quickly. The last one to heal was just the belly button. So that's where they take out your gallbladder from. For me, it was the most tender stitch or cut, most sensitive as well. I often find myself trying to support my lower abdomen because it was just very tender and sensitive. So yeah, I guess just listen to your body. Each person's healing process is different. Your healing pace would depend on your type of body. So just listen to your body. Like, you know when you're ready to move a bit more than usual, or the slower pace. You'll know when you can go back to your normal activities or do some house chores and everything. Because for me, I didn't really do much at home, didn't commute to work. Like, I work from home in the first 2 weeks post-operation, because I'm just scared of forcing myself to go back to my normal activities and paying for it, like with more pain, rather than taking my time to heal. So yeah. Sorry if this video was a bit unorganized. I'm just trying to go through what I've experienced. I hope it helped, even for a bit. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I'll try to get to them. For those of you who would be undergoing the surgery, good luck. You'll go through it easily for sure. Trust in your surgeons, trust in your doctors. Do the right thing in terms of recovery. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Like and share this video if you want. And I'll see you on the next one. See ya!